Welcome back, everyone, to the Delaware Disc Golf Challenge, part of the PDGA National Tour Series. We're out at Iron Hill Disc Golf Course in Newark, Delaware. This is the FPO lead card, and we are in the second half of the round, watching the back nine. I'm Sarah Hokom here with Holly Finley.
Thanks so much for tuning in, y'all. You can see after 9 holes, Katrina and Kona are tied. I'm at 2 under, right behind them, and Sarah's right there too at even. Here we go, hole 10, another par 5 in the woods. I feel like I've said that a lot today.
There's a few of them.
This is a tricky shot off the tee. It's more about placement. You're going to hyzer and land somewhere near the chips you just saw. Your upshot, again, needs to be straight. Do not trickle left in the woods or too far right. Just try to keep it in the center. I feel like being a par 5, as we said earlier, it gives you sort of an extra shot to work with. This is a birdieable hole, and I'm looking to get a 4 here, although it is not an easy 4.
This is a relay looking for a slow turn around the corner.
What a difficult tee shot for a sidearm player.
Ah, man, but it's how you get up the fairway, honestly. 'Cause
Yeah.
these chip shots that you're going to see, I mean, this is Kona throwing a putter, trying to get around the corner. Misses also, same tree. But it does, tend to trickle left into the woods. It's hard to get it to finish straight.
And I tried an 11-time eagle and got a bit caught up there. You really need to push those outside right trees for a backhand in order to get in a good position. I like the height on that, but still, she did not push that right side enough. She'll be in the woods as well.
This is like deja vu. I made this same mistake yesterday, even though I thought I adjusted. So I'm pitching out to the chips. Kona also pitching.
It takes a lot of smart golf to play well here at Iron Hill.
And this is not the smartest shot I've made, but this is a vanish of 11 speed I'm looking to peer the gap with. But it works out. Get way up there.
I feel like you had enough space to be aggressive. Yeah, that worked out really well.
Kat looking to throw her F7.
And what is she, like 3 feet off the fairway? But look at the difficulty of the shot here.
Yeah, she's got nothing and kind of ends up on the right side. But does move, gets forward momentum, so that's the important goal.
I'm just looking for a chip shot, but I clipped a branch right in front, which redirected my disc back into the woods.
This is Kona with a leopard 3. Getting a little aggressive, trying to get all the way up there after having to pitch out off the tee. And that is way up there. Circle 2 look.
And again, just trying to get to the fairway at this point. All right, finally I made it there.
And Kat is throwing her M4. Oh, and gets a kick back into the woods. Kat was the only one on the card to birdie this one yesterday, but it does not look like it's shaping up the same.
It's tossing a stud over to the mulch.
Trying to throw that one in again?
Hey, why not?
Debating a little bit about this, but go with the glow reactor. Elaine King's signature disc. Go grab one of those. This is about 175.
Touchy.
Yeah, I'm happy with that. give me a short putt for par. And Katrina pitching out with a PA1. Perfect execution. I feel like this hole is eagleable.
Right? It would just be 2 perfect shots and hopefully a drop-in putt.
I think it's got to be a long putt, but I really feel like you can get all the way to the chips, throw a big shot up there, and get yourself a putt for eagle. But, we're going to have to settle for pars here today. At least I am.
Yeah, that's a good putt.
This was the only putt I missed yesterday, and it was about the same distance. So I was actually thinking about that missed putt while I was putting.
You probably should not think about that while you're putting.
Yes.
Just
PSA.
leave those in the past.
Sometimes that stuff just floods your brain, even if you're trying to block it out.
All right, pars all around on this par 5, hole 10.
We did see quite a few ladies getting this birdie, 20% of the field, playing as the 7th most difficult hole. So tomorrow I'm expecting to see a few more birdies on the lead card.
Hole 11, 475 feet. The fairway actually is drawn up more of a hyzer shot. Now, you can sneak through some other areas of the forest and land in a more favorable position, but if you want to just play the hyzer fairway, that's fine as well. You can get far enough up here, get an easy shot into the green, get yourself a 3. This is a very threeable par 4. I feel like it's one of the most easily threed par 4s on the course.
Well, your feeling is right. It is playing as the easiest hole on the course.
Oh, well. Thank you, stats.
I'm throwing an insanity, looking at that middle gap, looking to flex it around those trees, and it does not flex. Left it a little hyzer. Kona going T-bird. Also gets a little extra turn. Kicks way right.
Same story. Sneaking a boss. See where that ends up. I pulled it a little right, but it got through all that stuff.
Sneak it does. There's that's awesome. It gets way up there. Short approach shot. Cat with an M2.
And you can see she takes that purposeful hyzer line that the fairway is actually designed for, and she'll be in a great position as well.
Yeah, that left side of that fairway definitely is more open as you're approaching the pin. This is a relay. I'm throwing it through a really tight gap, trying to utilize that open left side. I miss it a little bit, but I get up there for a circle 2 look.
Kona with a bit of work to do here.
Pitching out. Smart play. And Katrina, you can see how open that left side is, playing this course like she's played it before.
Yeah, for sure.
She's the 2019 champion. And she parks it for the birdie. You're also in great position. Is that a stud?
Yes, just floating the stud up there to the green.
Kona going her sidearm with the AVR X3, little touch up shot.
Thank you, Tree. You got a tester here.
Yeah, well, it's outside the circle, so I consider it more of a bonus.
That's true. It was a valiant effort.
I tried. And with the birdie, which you did not get this one yesterday, so now you're ahead of the game today.
I like it.
And Kona did get this one yesterday, but she will settle for a par today. And Kat also missed this one yesterday, but played it absolutely perfect. this time. I always wonder what it'd be like to string together all my best shots on the course and see what I could actually shoot.
That would be super fun.
And a cat's hyzer flip.
Yep, still don't know what's on that shirt.
I feel like it's flowers.
Hole 12, 300 feet. This is a birdieable hole, although it's tricky. On the right side, the road is out of bounds. And if you land too far left, then you've got a sketchy downhill putt. So decisions will have to be made when you get up to the green. You feeling aggressive or are you feeling conservative? Are we going to go for it or are we going to lay it up? I feel like this is a hole that you walk up to and you think, I would like to birdie this. I think I'm going to go for it.
Yeah, I feel like it's more about like the tee shot is just get it down there, but then the decision making happens on the green. And with all those rocks, you can easily hit one and roll away. It's very elevated, downslope. There's OB down there.
Yeah, I've landed high on the left side. Ooh, that was a little hyzery.
But it is her really beat in PA1, so
Yep.
we kind of expect that to flip.
I did expect more of a flip to flat from that one.
Ugh.
That is an aggressive angle.
That's a bad angle. And it hits nothing and goes into the road. That was a really disappointing shot on my part.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
And Kona, who got this birdie yesterday, going back to her Mako 3. Ooh, that looks really good.
It sure did.
Gets caught up by those rocks, though, and so she'll have to putt up and over them with probably some interesting stance. Kat, we can assume she's just trying to lay this up close and hope the rocks are favorable. She gets a little roll, but it's still close.
Wow.
I have nothing
This
over here.
is
And
not pretty.
These trees are like in my way.
Get out of here, freaking bush.
It's a holly bush, and I was like, dang it, Holly.
You're yelling at me, and I'm not even over there.
I was yelling at you, and I did think of you. I was like,
I'm
I
sorry.
hope she doesn't think I'm yelling at her.
I'm sorry, Sarah. I was feeling pretty brave, and I decided I was going to go for it.
Dang. Oh, man, you get some tubes on you. Kona for birdie. Get it.
Oh, got a little taste of the chains.
Dang it. So nobody in position for birdie. Cat cleaning up a par. Yeah, this is a big change from last year or the previous years. Usually it's a par 4 where you have to play around a corner and then down the hill. So I really think this is a fun change. It's a very challenging shot and also gives us another par 3 on the course that usually only has 4 par 3s.
Yes.
And now it has 6. And I'm tapping in an unfortunate double bogey, erasing all the work I've done. And but the back has a lot of birdie opportunities. That's where all the scoring seems to happen. At least the scoring on the negative side.
Yes.
So there's a lot of holes left.
When I walk up to the tee, I have these game plans. I think I'm gonna land in these same areas every single time, but you never know. Having the Bushnell rangefinder, no matter where I land, gives me that extra level of confidence.
I started playing disc golf with my family when I was 8 years old. When I was 16, I got my first job as a cook at a bowling alley, and that's when I made my first batch of beef jerky. As I got better at throwing, I also got better at making beef jerky. Everyone told me they loved my jerky. After 15 years of making my beef jerky as a hobby, I decided to make it available to everyone. Double G Craft Jerky. Give it a try. You're gonna love it.
Welcome back, hole 13, 360 feet. Another birdie opportunity for the ladies. This is a tight tunnel. The road still on the right side, still out of bounds. You don't want to mess with that. Find a disc that will go straight with a lazy hyzer finish. Get up to the green and try to get yourself a birdie putt. Oftentimes on this hole, you've got a great shot. It looks like it's going into the green, and then at the last minute gets blocked by these corner trees. Real aggressive, high-speed katana right down the alley.
Sometimes that's the play, you know, if you've got the confidence to throw a high-speed disc on through that gap, I mean, I say go for it, because that's really what it takes to get all the way down there. So going for the birdie, but end up a little bit long, but there's still some looks through those trees.
Ooh, that was right. Sneaks past him.
Cat throwing the M2. Also misses a little bit right, but just outside the circle for an uphill putt.
Kona's got this lion going on. I love a lion.
Also hits the line really well. But again, that tournament juice pushing everybody a little deep. But, I mean, there's so many gaps through those trees. I think that that's a really good position. I'm throwing a matrix, trying to recover after my double. And there's a lot of room up that left side. So that's kind of my play, to just throw it down to the corner and pitch up to the basket. I'm happy with where I landed. This is a spin. And I miss it, but thank you, tree. And for birdie.
Oh, I just needed a bit more on that one. Where's that tournament juice at now?
Right, well, that back foot is on that lower side. Kona opting for a more straddle putt. Also, just not enough juice.
Let's see what Katrina has for us.
Come on, get in there.
No!
She gave it a little more juice, but just not enough. And I'm trying to clean up my par after my upshot shank.
Nice putt.
Whew, I needed that one. It's always when you play a hole conservatively, it's important to cash in on that par.
And the rest of us just tap in for pars.
Shout out to Michelle Frazier, Alex Benson, Ellen Widboom, and Vanessa Van Dyken for getting this birdie on the day.
Ooh, I'd like to know how Ellen got there.
Right? Probably some crazy flex sidearm thing.
I'm going to ask her about it.
Actually, her backhand is really good, so I'm going to guess she threw a backhand. I can't really imagine many sidearms actually getting to the pin.
Hole 14, 300 feet. This plays more like 330. It's another birdieable hole here at the finishing stretch. I do like the end of the course here. It gives us a lot of birdie 2 opportunities. The natural route is more of a hyzer, where you can land over here on this fluffy green grass patches, but oftentimes you can sneak through the corner and get right up to the green.
And you got this one yesterday. Nobody else on this card got this birdie yesterday.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So sneaking through those right woods and parking it. Holy cow. That's awesome. Cat going with H3V2, getting a nice flip. Oh, a late tree kick leaves her...
Like circle's edge, though.
Yeah, still opportunity for the birdie.
That is fading a little right, but she gets a kick back about where Cat is, so she'll have around a circle's edge putt as well.
And I'm throwing a vanish here, looking for a slow turn left. And that is not a slow turn. Gets a kick way to the right. Have a few trees to navigate to get to the pin. I'm trying to put this really close, but that was not the gap I was looking for.
It worked out, though.
I'm struggling with the approach shots at the moment. And Kat looking at her birdie. Kind of airs it out. Kona also from a similar position. Same result.
Nice loft, though.
I'm looking to save par once again.
Nice putt.
Just trying to work on those C1X stats.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Kat and Kona cleaning up the pars. And you still haven't gotten to putt.
Yeah, it was exciting to walk up and see how close my drive was to the basket. Little stress-free drop in. Always feels good towards the finish.
Heck yeah, especially when you just watch your card mates. Nobody gets it. In fact, you are the only birdie. Spoiler. You are the only birdie in the entire field today.
What?
Strokes on all the folks.
Strokes on folks. That's cool.
Does your hair ever get caught in your armpit?
It gets caught in everything. Car doors, armpits, you name it, it's got caught in it. Oh, hole 15, another birdieable hole. It's only 250, but it plays more like 290, 300. It's got about a 14-foot elevation change. Plus, you have to hit these tunnel trees right off the tee. See if you can get up here and grab yourself a birdie.
And everyone on the card except for me got this birdie yesterday. So I'm expecting to see some nice pure shots up that gap.
Ooh, that came out a little too far right, but it kept going. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, just outside the circle. Kat switching. She's throwing the M2 here. Gets an early release and a really bad kick. That's going to be a really tough save from over there. Kona with a leopard 3.
And that looked a little early and left too, but she's still in a decent position.
So struggling to hit the fairway today. I'm throwing in Insanity, trying to clean up from yesterday. And I make the opposite mistake. I throw it too far left. Also doing some recovery. Kat gets it up there for a putt.
Yeah,
From
even though
way,
she
way
clipped
back
those
there.
bushes on her throw.
Throwing an Envy with a little extra heat, but it's close enough.
Kona for birdie.
Wow, that got way up there. And this is well outside of circle 1.
Say what, about 50 feet?
Yeah, and I think she was trying to make that, but just a little bit fluffy.
A little timid on it.
Kat to save par. Oh, and a little roll. That's rude. And for birdie.
I was a little timid on mine too. Slightly outside the circle, so it was about a 37-footer.
Kat cleaning up with confidence. I've got a little work here on the backside for the par. And the rest of the card will tap out some easy pars. So a missed opportunity on one of the easier holes, playing as the 12th most difficult. But we saw Margaret Sassaman, local lady, Vanessa Van Dyken, and Kat Murch all got this one today. Not a lot of birdies.
No, even though it's short, they don't make it easy.
Yeah, only half the field even hit the fairway. So really tight gap, but that is Iron Hill. And that's part of the fun of it.
Love getting outside and challenging yourself to become better? How about spending time with family and friends, or just marveling at the pure joy of flight? Then you've come to the right place at the right time. Join the PDGA.
You've seen them in the hands of professionals, helping them compete at the highest level. Whale Sacks is a female-owned small business, handmade in the USA. We are dedicated to outstanding grip for all disc golfers.
Here we go, hole 16. It's a par 4 coming in at 485 feet. This is a shot where you can take a lot of distance off the tee, but you do not want to trickle left or too far right. The second shot sometimes requires some creativity in order to get to the green. This is another birdieable par 4, but like I said 100 times already, it certainly isn't easy by any means.
101 now. And actually, everyone on the card got this birdie yesterday. So we're expecting to maybe get under par on this one as well. Oh.
And the tee pad paver change I found to be a little inconsistent in the footing. These are individual pavers versus the other tees, which are full solid concrete. Kona gets a great drive. Even though that kick happened, it's still in a good position.
This is a Vanish, looking to get maximum distance on this semi-wide fairway. I leave it out a little bit right, but it kind of opens up the gap over there. So I like it. Kat going with her X3.
Ooh, it's low.
She also mentioned the tee pad that she didn't really like and actually Jimmy McIlvain, the course manager / previous TD, he mentioned how they meant to get concrete. They just ran out of time. So the pavers would do for now. I imagine that'll be changed in the future.
That's a good upshot from Kat. She'll be in a birdieable or a par position, depending on how aggressive she's feeling. And I am not in a good spot here, just trying to find my way back to the fairway.
Oh, so many trees. Didn't look like there was any real good gaps.
No, it's just choose one and hope for the best.
Kona busting out the lion. Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Roars it up there. And Holly in recovery. Is that your eagle?
It is, and I, again, am just trying to find my way back to the fairway.
This is a matrix. It's a little bit of a tight gap, but that disc goes super straight. And I'm real happy with that. Eagle again?
Eagle again. At this point, you're just saying, please, just get to the green already.
Oh, yeah.
Finally.
Excellent. Whew. That's a little load off the shoulders.
You said it.
Kat recovering on this is her third. And puts it nice and close. So just a single bogey. You had a lot of bad kicks for just carding the bogey. So that was pretty awesome to get through that. Kona with the birdie look.
Solid putt. This is a feel-good bird.
Yeah, it's playing as the second easiest hole on the course. But it certainly depends on the day.
Yeah. Second easiest. Well, that's insulting.
Right.
Okay, I'll remember that when I step up to it today.
You did just get a birdie that nobody else got. So I guess, depending on the day.
I always wonder how Kona can keep her glasses on her face without one of those little head straps. Another par 5 in the woods. I love Iron Hill. Hole 17, 675 feet. There's a lot of room to work with. It looks kind of dense and narrow according to the drone footage, but that's a little deceiving. You can pump one off the tee full send and land pretty much anywhere that isn't thick, and then have another nice open shot. You just want to pump another full send as far as you can. Try to get up to this dirt mound. If you're lucky, maybe you'll have a putt at an eagle. That would be pretty fancy. Otherwise, a putt at birdie is very realistic here. Also, being a par 5, as we said before, I feel like it gives you that one extra stroke to work with in case you make a little mistake.
Yeah, and Kona and I both birdied this yesterday, but this was one of only 2 bogeys on Katrina's scorecard, so we'll see if she can make some adjustments. We also played this hole in the dark yesterday. Kona with her leopard 3 gets a little kick. I'm throwing an insanity. Turn it over just a little bit, also get a kick to the right. Cat going aggressive, busting out the X3.
I have seen that disc do some work on this round.
Oh yeah, and here it goes again. Wow. That is way up there.
Perfect shot.
I mean, that rock 100 feet back is about where I hope to land. I mean, that's eagle territory.
Yeah, for sure.
Boss?
Yep. I put some good height on it, just trying to follow the major fairway here. And as long as I don't land near that downed tree, I'm okay with it.
That looks pretty good. I've got a tree to navigate here that I'm stepping around to try to open up the fairway, but requiring a standstill. That's a trace, and I turn it over just a bit. Kona going to her PD, looking to pure that nice gap in front of her.
It didn't really get any flex out of it, but, it's still a good shot. And I was having trouble deciding which route was I going to take.
Looks a little turned.
And that's what happens when you don't make a full committed decision.
So Cat pulling back out the X3 again. Looks like she's going for eagle. Oh, a little turned.
Yeah, a little wrong on the angle, but it's going places.
That's pretty far up there. Looks a little tricky over there, though. She'll have those branches in her way, and she'll have to throw it up onto the green to get the birdie. This is a trace. I'm just trying to hit the biggest gap I see and hoping for the best, and it works out. Kona on her 3rd, going leopard 3. Oh, go, go. Oh, wow. Just barely misses that tree, and she'll be at the bottom of the hill, although it looks a little blocked.
And I've decided I'm going to be aggressive as well, and why not try to get a driver all the way up there? But
yeah.
I was a little off on the angle too. But that's okay. I'm still in parable land at this point.
I'm also over here in par land, just looking to put it close. That'll work. So Kat has a lot in her way, a ceiling that she needs to throw under, but also get up onto to the flat area.
That was such a good scramble shot. From out of the forest through those trees.
And that's still a birdie look.
With a good speed control to land on top of the mound.
Speaking of speed control, perfect approach.
Just float one up there.
Kona with a difficult putt. This is for birdie. Oh, little body English. And this is Kat's birdie putt.
Nice.
Great adjustment. So it goes from getting the bogey yesterday to getting that birdie. And that ties her and Kona up at the lead. I'm happy with a par.
Yeah, me too. I'm happy with a par there as well.
Kona also dropping in the par. Michelle Frazier and Stacy Ronsley also got this birdie, along with Katrina with this great putt to finish. And we got one more hole, and the scores are so tight right now.
They really are. Hole 18, 580 feet. All right. You really got to pick your poison here. There's a lot of ways to get to the basket. First and foremost, make it through this gap. If you land in the road, that's fine. If you're feeling a little more aggressive, you could get past this corner, and that way it'll make the upshot that much easier. You're looking at about a 300 to 350 foot upshot to get into the green, and maybe when you think you've made it there, you haven't, because those boulders are blocking your way. So you got to give it a little more height than you probably thought you did, hopefully landing on this new fresh mulch, catching your shot, see if these ladies can get some birdies here to finish out the round.
It's playing as the second most difficult hole, and you can kind of see why. That's a H3V2. And Kona, one of the few blemishes on her scorecard yesterday were on this hole.
She got a lucky kick back to the path.
She made an adjustment going with her T-Bird instead of her Leopard 3, but I guess it wasn't quite the flip she was looking for. This is an insanity.
Ooh, you hit the gap nicely.
I was really happy with that.
That's a great drive.
And you got this birdie yesterday.
I did.
So looking to follow it up.
Yeah, I was just looking to recreate what I did yesterday, but I was a little off angle, and thank you, tree. Another good kick back to the path.
And Kona on her second, looking to hit this gap in front of her.
And the lion just wasn't at the right angle, misses the gap back in the trees. And I'm like, you know what? I need to get down there. So I'm full send through that gap.
Great shot.
Really pleased with that.
And Kat, who had a pretty decent kick, but a little bit out to the right, going putter. And shapes it very well, end up back on the right side, but it's pretty open from over there. Kona with her on her third shot, trying to recover.
Not much to work with if you're wanting to be smart. You just pitch out to the path. Now it's time to get it to the green.
And this is her fourth.
She pulled out a full send driver on this, just smushing it all the way down there to the boulders.
Wow, yeah.
She'll be putting for par.
This is my second shot, throwing a relay, and I missed the line wide. But it's up in those trees, inbounds. I'll have to make a recovery shot to save my par. Kat also leaves that a little bit left, and Heiser.
I got about 150 into the green. And it looked like it was going there, but those boulders said not today. So I'll be circle's edge.
And Kat going back to the PA1 and puts it really close. I've got a little tiny gap.
Ooh, sneaks over the rocks.
Whew, I like those drop-ins to finish. And this is Kona's bogey putt.
This is a par save, I think.
I think this is her fifth.
Oh, is it? No! So close. I'm looking for a par save here.
It seemed to me that you took extra time on this.
Yeah, I just wasn't getting the focus I was hoping for, so I stepped back and reset, and a little bit of an airmail job, and then it's time to clean up.
So finishes with just the single bogey on the second most difficult hole. It's quite a doozy to finish on. I'm going to tap out the par. Kat also tapping out the bogey, and Kona with the double. So that makes the scores really tight.
Yeah, we've got a super tight race here at the Delaware Challenge this year. We really appreciate y'all tuning in to this round 2 back 9 coverage produced by Central Coast Disc Golf. I'm Holly Finley here in the booth with my friend and competitor Sarah Hokom.
This was a lot of fun to play this round, and we see Heather Young jumping up onto the lead card. So Kat out in front, but Heather, Kona, and Holly are right behind her, and then there's a little break on that chase card, but still only 3 or 4 strokes off those top players. Anything can happen out of Iron Hill. One hole can take care of that deficit. So it's going to be a great final round. Make sure you tune in live and then come back and watch this Central Coast post-production.
See you tomorrow.